we done ran down the Drake thing, man. The entertainment is going crazy. But entertainment is used as a distraction, right? So as everybody is distracted with the whole Drake and Kendrick thing, Congress just passed a bill that is attacking free speech. Now, as we all know, around the country, on every college campus, there has been protests going on regarding the whole Israel and Palestine war they got going on, the whole Gaza thing, right? And it's been getting more violent. Students have actually started to clash with each other. Black people somehow has become the face of this, and now they're clashing with racist white kids on the campus. I'm seeing video after video.
Ole Miss, yeah.
where it's looking like the 50s out there on these college campuses behind some shit that we have nothing to do with, and we're not even in that country. So Congress passed a bill. Now, it's a lot of hidden language in the bill. You have to read between the lines. They're not saying it direct, but when you read between the lines, you're like, oh, I see what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they passed this anti-Semitism bill, deepening the definition of what they consider to be anti-Semitic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, if you read between the lines, they're alluding to some verses in the fucking Bible as being anti-Semitic, meaning you can no longer say Christ was killed by the Jews because it's anti-Semitic. So now they're literally erasing history before your fucking eyes. And people aren't seeing how deep this can get. Because if we're in a predominantly Christian country, this book is said to be the word of God, and they just passed a bill saying the word of God is false. It's anti-Semitic. It's hate speech. That's what they're calling the fucking Bible, is hate speech. Now, it's an old saying, if you want to know who's in control, look at who you can't criticize. So we can criticize every race and every culture on the planet except the Jews. Now, that's where it gets spooky at, because you can't even no longer say they're running the industry because that's anti-Semitic, that's false, that's hate speech. So everything that they're saying Jews are behind, or, hey, look at the Jews are doing this, they're doing that, they're in control of this, they're making law. You can no longer say it. It's anti-Semitic, which is crazy because it's literally just criticism. But you can get on Twitter all day and say, hey, you N-words, blah, blah, blah. You sand niggas, blah, blah, blah. You chinks, blah, blah, blah. You could, any race you can criticize, say whatever you want, except the Jews. It's getting to a spooky place. Y'all got to wake up. It's cool to be entertained, but look at what's going on in front of your eyes. How you feel about this, bro?
Man, it's deep, right? Like it is attack on our free speech. Again, you know, when you have something within the Bible that is stated that, you know, as a predominantly Christian society, we have thought was the truth for as long as we've been alive. And now you're telling me on national TV that I can no longer, you know, believe this belief, that belief is now invalid because however many years later you decided to make it invalid by law, not by spirituality, not by religion. Right. And so this is like crazy to me on that part of it. And then when you have the part of we're not even allowed to reference to them as a group anymore that could possibly be behind certain atrocities within America and other places is incredible to me, too, because the proof is in the pudding with certain instances. So now that we can't talk about that, how else are we supposed to bring light to what some of us feel is going on behind closed doors? So it's a complete shutout from the truth. Literally, that's all that it is. And not only that, they also just, you know, went ahead and gave the go ahead for warrantless searching. So now the FBI and the CIA can get on your phone, which they were already doing anyway, but now they can monitor your shit with no warrant at all. So it's about to get really, really spooky.
Like they said right here, HR 6090 is not needed to protect against anti-Semitism discrimination. Instead, it's likely to chill, they use the word chill, which pretty much kill free speech of students on college campuses by incorrectly equating criticism of the Israeli government with anti-Semitism. So it's been long said that this is low-key the United States of Israel, right? You follow the money, you follow the laws, you follow what's going on. it's looking like they running us, not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? It's even conspiracies that, hey, the CIA fucking created that shit over there. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not going to go too deep into because I don't want the channel to get flagged. Do your research on that. It's videos all over TikTok. You go on the dark web, you go deep enough, you'll see what I'm talking about. But this is literally killing your right to speak because you can analyze what's going on in real time and give real facts, but they can decide and say, hey, this is hate speech. This is you being anti-Semitic, and now censor you being able to deliver the truth to people. And the only narrative that's out there is the narrative they decide is acceptable to be put out there, which, look in history, you see where that leads a nation when only one side of the fight controls the narrative. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're basically programming people into being whatever you want them to be. You literally have no more freedom at that point in time. So people fighting, oh, Democrat, Republican, and Joe Biden and Trump, fuck all of that shit. They're literally making you their robot to where it doesn't matter what party you align with. You're going to align with these views because these are the only views you're going to be able to speak of publicly, period. Or you will be reprimanded by the law.
The game of America is capitalism. America is about poor and rich. The reason I love America is because we have the ability to, gain success beyond our wildest dreams. The other reason why I don't like it is because when you look at things like UCLA or USC, or how they're saying here, we're trying to chill free speech on college campuses. Due to capitalism, you'll see that the laws change depending on what building you are in. And that is weird to me. So if I'm on a college campus, I can't say this, but then I could go here and say it. Do you get what I'm saying? So the diversification of what we're able to do and how these different businesses and organizations are able to create their own kind of laws and procedures to deal with them is crazy to me. And that the reason why it is that way is because, again, that is what's keeping America running, is the businesses. So the businesses run America. And result to that, that's how these laws get passed about who can say what and who can do what.
Here goes the actual bill. I'm going to pull it up for y'all. Y'all can get this online. It's fucking public. So y'all can't say we're making this up. I'm seeing comments, oh, y'all made that up. No, it's not made up. It's right here, HR 6090. So I'm not going to read it word by word, but just to show y'all that this is real, discrimination against Jews may give rise to a violation of such title when the discrimination is based on race, color, or national origin, which can include discrimination based on actual or perceived shared ancestry or ethnic characteristics. It is the policy of the United States to enforce such title against prohibited forms of discrimination rooted in anti-Semitism as vigorously as against all other forms of discrimination prohibited by such title, and as noted in the U.S. National Strategy to Counter Anti-Semitism, blah, 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 in the White House, blah, 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 they give the date. So, mind you, with all the history of racism in the country, specifically the black people, like I said, we are still affected by it today. It is not holding you back or stopping you, but it is a real thing, and there has been real violence behind it. And with all the history of violence behind racism towards blacks, there's still no bill making it illegal. You still can legally damn near lynch niggas in some places. There's still sundown towns. We're in California. There's sundown towns. You go down south, there's sundown towns. You go up near Bakersfield and Taft, they have signs. There's sundown towns, meaning if your black ass get caught when the sun go down, it's a wrap. Think about that. It's 2024. They have not outlawed sundown towns.
You got to think about it. The reason why is, again, I'll go back to my capitalism example, is that when it comes to the black community, we are, from a capitalistic standpoint, of no value. When it comes to consumerism, yes. But when it comes to what we're adding to the community beside, or to the world or America besides that, not much. So I don't think that, again, they're jumping to, and obviously there's hate in that as well, and racism, but I'm just speaking from a business standpoint because I'm using my capitalist example, that that's not a good investment. Whereas these people are a good investment. And they've proven to be a good investment for years and years and years. So that's why I feel like it's easier and they're going to be quicker to pass a law like the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act, because those people behind that community, there's so many prominent figures. Do you get what I'm saying?
How is it not illegal to call you the N-word yet? You cannot criticize Jewish people on social media. It gets flagged as anti-Semitism. But you can literally get online and say, kill those N-word babies. And it's nothing. And Elon Musk is like, oh, it's free speech. Okay, if it's free speech, make it all free speech. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If I was to say, hey, because I'm seeing a lot of people, they were decoding some of Hitler's old videos, right? Yeah. Where they're coming back saying, wait a minute, we might have been lied to about this whole Hitler thing, right?
They just want to be left alone.
You know what I'm saying? They're running his speeches in English, and a lot of people are saying they align with what he was saying because it wasn't really so much what we were told. And let me walk a thin line of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll probably get flagged for it. What he was saying wasn't what we were historically told, and a lot of people are actually aligning themselves with what he was saying. Not the whole hate this set of people speech, but more so, look what's going on politically. We need to stop this. Now, a certain set of people is behind it politically, was more so what he was getting at when they are deciphering it in English. But if you say that, you'll be condemned. Kanye West got crucified and castrated for alluding to saying that. So now, at least to me, was Kanye up on this before people started doing it? Did he get a jump on it saying that, hey, even though, you know, he has a history of hatred and this, that, and the third, you can still decipher some intelligent things that he said and agree with without agreeing with the person himself. I can say, okay, as evil as this person is, he said 1 + 1 is 2. Damn, that's smart. 1 + 1 is 2. I agree with that. That does not mean I agree with the person himself and every single view that he has. Because in the world, if you agree with one thing somebody said, you automatically agree with everything they said, which is not fucking true.
No, I'd agree to go as far as Kanye might have been a little bit of the reason why this was created. If you want me to keep it 100% with you, because Kanye being who he is and how prominent of a figure he is, the conversation on these people really started to change when he started to open his mouth. Now, they'll pass that off and put that under the rug and say, no, it's to chill people out on college campuses, which it is, but there's always a 2 birds for 1 stone. These niggas don't do things that don't benefit them from the positive and the negative. So that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, we're going to say it's for this, but then it's also going to, you know, create this blanket effect where now nobody can say nothing. So all them niggas that was saying this and that about record execs and what they're doing behind closed doors, all that is over with. So it nips all of that.
And that's a great point, because if you have dudes over here who's dealing with a certain group and they start airing out the shady business that's going on, trying to warn the public and people who may come to do business, and now you speaking facts of what's going on behind closed doors is considered anti-Semitic and hate speech, what does that say, bro? If I have a contract and damn, every contract, we get the lower split. Hey, man, just be warned, you're going to get the lower split. Oh, that's hate speech. Yeah. What the fuck? It's a fact. The contract's here in black and white, but I can't tell people. So now you are controlling the narrative, you're controlling history, and you're controlling what can be exposed, meaning now I can really do shady business. Yeah. The shadiest of the shadiest, and you can no longer say anything because it's hate speech. And you will be locked up, fined, persecuted, banned, canceled if you even think about exposing it. How dangerous is that?
Somebody brought up...
That's dangerous, bro.
Somebody brought up in your comments, I believe it was 1984. They also brought up a book, which some people read in high school. It's called Fahrenheit 451, which is where it's about the future where firefighters, they go to burn books. So what they're doing is just getting rid of all the knowledge. So when you look at shit like this is in a way our Fahrenheit 451, our 1984, because they're trying to control literal text. You get what I'm saying? Technically, it would be deleted and no longer can be said if they're going to double down and really stand on what they're saying in these laws.
Isn't this such a fucking coincidence that shortly after Putin and Russia exposes Hey, Jesus was really black. All the prophets in the Bible were really black. All of a sudden, the Bible's hate speech.
Yeah.
The Bible been around since the Bible been around.
Yeah, I don't even know when.
I'm talking generation after generation after generation after generation. Hundreds of years, Bible been around. Never considered hate speech. Hey, Jesus is black. The prophets are black. Hate speech.
Yeah.
Take that out the text. I don't believe in coincidences, bro. I don't. Because now you seeing other races acknowledging, oh yeah, Jesus is black. Before, oh, you niggas just want to take credit for everything. Now that Putin, you know, white guy, Russian guy says it, and we got TikTok, they're trying to ban that, which it was video after video after video exposing this very type of information to where you couldn't even deny it anymore, even if you wanted to. People are starting to actually acknowledge it. Now it's like, wait a minute, this is getting out of hand. Hate speech.
Boom.
No longer can say that.
And that's what they're doing because they realize the amount of knowledge people are having access to, and it's changing their mind. Like you said, I remember when people really started believing that we're all coming from Africa. Like that was something as well that people didn't understand for a long time. And that's why I think each thing, it does break down the barrier. And this is something that, you know, America is trying to control. They're trying to control the narrative for the people that put money in their pockets. Like that's all that it is. That's what I'm saying. If the black community was who this community is and who we know it to be, I 100% guarantee you we would be in a different position. But due to the differences in what we contribute to society, that's the difference in treatment. It obviously goes into self-hate as well. But I'm just letting people, I'm trying to get people to understand that like, as fucked up and all this as it seems, is like these people are putting money in America's pocket and so are we. And therefore, like, no matter what, these niggas are going to come first. That's what I'm really trying to get people to understand. And they always have.
You got to think about this, bro. Immigrants are getting every fucking benefit that we work and fought for as Americans that we don't get. These motherfuckers come over here, no papers, no nothing, contributed not a fucking thing to the country. Not only are they running amok, they're getting paid for it. They're getting out of jail free cards. You go to work every day. You pay taxes every day. You can get no help. Mind you, making 100 grand is damn near poor now.
Yeah.
But it's just enough that you can get no aid from the government that you pay taxes to because you make too much, even though you don't make enough to survive. You're just barely getting by. When a motherfucker could come over here that's 45 with no documented papers, don't know who the fuck this person is, nothing. Here goes some money, here goes some housing, here goes some education. Hey, you want to be a cop and lock up Americans? Here go a badge and a gun. Like, what the fuck is going on? We can't just talk about rap beef all goddamn day.
That's a fact.
When the country is crumbling, they're talking about we running out of money. You print the money.
Yeah.
Who are we in debt to? How are we in debt? In debt to who? Please make it make sense. We created money. How are we in debt?
No fact.
Yes, I'm yelling because I'm pissed off because you stupid motherfuckers out here, y'all not paying attention.
I think all of this is surrounding and is leading up to the presidential election. I tweeted something like that. I said, you realize that chaos starts to really, you know, fire up about a year out from the presidential election. I feel like that's what this is. That's why you're seeing this. Biden has had he's had a terrible presidency. I feel like this is to, again, give a pat to the back to the people that's putting money in his pocket. And so that's his way of trying to win another term. What you just spoke on about people being able to come over here and have an easier route to success, I think that that is also a point that Biden is trying to use as another term. You get what I'm saying? Then you go to the protest and you look at the negative side of who's there, the people acting like monkeys and doing certain things. Those are the people that then Biden is trying to say, hey, these are people that are for Trump. So I look at it like it's a stage and it's a calculated battle of who's trying to do what before election season starts, and it's had to guarantee either another term for him or he's back in office.
This is why I always say racism is a tool to divide and conquer. Americans, I don't care what color you are. If you're an American, you need to wake the fuck up and we need to come together and fight what's going on. Because while you sitting here saying, I'm a monkey, I'm this, and I'm sitting here saying, oh, you redneck this, you redneck that.
What are we really doing?
What the fuck are we doing when they stomping on both of us and using outsiders from outside the country to do it, to help? We should be teaming up going, fuck that, we fighting back. I don't care, you're Asian, you're Hispanic, you're white, you're Samoan. I don't give a fuck what descent you are. If you are an American, you should be on American side. The color should be gone. We're Americans. We live in America. These laws that they're making are affecting all of us. These taxes is affecting all of us. So you sitting back thinking, oh yeah, I'm superior because I'm white. And you niggas sitting back, oh, I'm superior because I can jump high, run fast, and we created some. Fuck all of that right now. Look what's going on around you, bro. They are crashing the middle class. You're poor or you're rich. That's it. 4 or 5 companies are going to own like 80% of the real estate within the next 5 years. The average American is not going to be able to buy a house. Your kids are not going to be able to buy a house. You're not going to be able to pass down a house. You're going to have to rent from these companies. We're literally going into slavery, bro. They are taking free speech to where you're going to go to jail for words. And you fighting over who's superior because of your color? Y'all fucking idiots. Wake up.
No, that's a fact. We need to come together right now more than ever. This is why, just like you said, these things like race are used to keep us separated, because if it is, then exactly what they want can be implemented. Like, a lot of people don't probably know about this. You get what I'm saying? They're more so paying attention to the protest and the optics of it, not what actually is being passed, you know, law-wise of what we can and cannot really do. So Americans really do need to wake the fuck up. Not only that, going off the economic point of what you said, if the last 40 years repeats itself, and I got this from a guy named Xavier C. Miller on Twitter, we'll see these prices. Gas prices, $13.38 per gallon. Average rent will be $59,272. New car will be $136,342. Home price will be $1,883,225. Average salary in the next 40 years will only be $103,640.
And that's going off the trend of
what's happened in the last 40 years.
Matter of fact, I gotta find that shit. It was a magazine that said, hey, within the next, what they said, 40, 30 years, hamburgers are gonna be $13 or whatever. Basically, all the prices that we see now, 40 years ago, they predicted that. So he used the same math to predict, hey, the next 40 years, and that's the numbers that he just read out. If you dumb motherfuckers don't wake up, like, bro, it's serious out here.
It is.
And y'all are waiting on a savior. We're the saviors. When I say we, I mean us, this generation, the millennials, the Gen Zs. It's on us. Look in history. Marcus Garvey and them niggas was 19.
Yeah, they was young.
18, man. 20. The Black Panthers wasn't some elders. Them was the youth in the community that said enough is enough. They hit the pavement, put their life on the line to make change.
Facts.
So this is us. There's no savior coming. Jesus ain't coming. I'm sorry to tell you. He's not coming, bro. So while we looking around going, oh, we need the next Malcolm, we need the next this. No, we need us to wake up, put the fear aside. Yes, you might have to put your life on the line. But what is it worth to be free and live your life as a slave on your knees? You should rather fucking die standing on your feet fighting.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because you might be able to free your children or your grandchildren. But you bitch ass motherfuckers rather live as slaves? How high do taxes gotta get, bro? I just seen a tweet like, you know that store run that you make in the middle of the week where like, oh, you know, I'm missing a couple spices, a tomato and avocado and some juice. That run now is like $150, $200. A $30 store run is now $130.
It's crazy.
It's fucking insane. It's nuts. And we all complaining about the prices, but who's willing to do something about it? Money and violence. Money don't exist for us. They got it all. They print it. It's worthless. It don't even matter. How much violence are you willing to put on the line behind it? I'm not inciting violence. I'm just saying the threat of it, even to make change. Or fuck it, y'all don't want to go the violent route. Let's go the non-violent route. Everybody stop paying taxes. All at once. Not, oh, they're going to take my car. They're going to take my house. They're going to take everybody's car and everybody's house.
Yeah.
It's not possible. It's more of us than them. But they make it seem like it's not because they divide us all up. So now your small circle, you thinking that's all you got. That's why I said American, not color, not race, not Democrat, Republican, left, right. American. Once we figure that out, like, oh shit, it's millions of us. It's only a couple of them. How many people is in Congress?
Yeah.
How in the fuck can Congress pass this for millions of us and we had no say so? And it's what, 25 of them, maybe?
Some shit.
Like, come on, bro, do the math. Y'all niggas math ain't even mathing. This shit crazy, cuz y'all gotta wake up, man. Y'all gotta wake the fuck up.
That's a fact. I think everything you said was fact. Shit, I don't really have much more to say after that. That was
grand finale shit on these niggas, man.
That was real shit. Nigga
damn.
Nigga went meet the grams on niggas.
Man. Hey, talk to me, man. Yeah, all right.
I think we ran out of time.
Ran out of time?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. We ran out of time. Y'all share, like, subscribe to the channel, man. We waking y'all up. There is no other podcast anywhere that's from the culture, with people from the culture in our age demographic that's dropping this type of game, bro. I don't care what nobody say. You might find somebody that's twice our age, maybe, but I'm speaking from the culture, from the streets, from the field, who been in the field before. We got a Gen Zer up here dropping this type of knowledge. And y'all talking about Gen Zs as idiots. Yeah. We got one on the panel that's trying to wake y'all up. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to start spreading this. We catching traction. We'll be running the game soon. We kicking the door down for the real. But come here for the facts. Go there for the cap. Come here for the facts. Lead the way like Messiah say. Messiah, get better soon, nigga. The viral way. Bang.
Shout out Messiah, man.